Hi Capricorn, welcome to your March 2021 tarot reading. If you're interested in a more in-depth look at the astrology of this month, I have a video for all signs going into what the astrology of the month of March means for your sign and your rising sign and your moon, whatever you want to watch. So Capricorn, let's get a little look into your cards. This is a time of the year for you where you're just able to speak your truth, communicate. Oh, right off the bat. Queen of Pentacles, Three of Wands, the Emperor, and the Lovers. Beautiful. You're just able to communicate. You're just able to speak your truth. You're just able to influence people, make friends and influence people. Underneath we have a Justice. Okay, so Capricorn, your cards were pretty instantaneous. Let's have a little look. Okay. There is a man going crazy with a lawnmower outside, so if you can hear that, I am so sorry. It is indeed irritating. So, Queen of Pentacles, Three of Wands, the Emperor, and the Lovers. Three of Wands. As I say, it is a time of the year where you can influence people. You have the gift of the gab, you have amazing communication skills, you have an ability to translate, you have an ability to have important conversations with people in your life that you care about, particularly male figures in your life, be it lovers, brothers, fathers, grandfathers, etc. There's a strong onus on speaking to the men in your life. Now, one of the reasons for this, Capricorn, is because we have a full moon in your 10th house at the end of the month, around the 28th. Now, it's going to be connecting with your family zone. And so there's a need, just going to take my little selenite wand here. There's a need to balance family, home, and your career. Because there's a new beginning on the horizon for many of you in your career in terms of more senior status. When I see the Three of Wands and the Emperor, I think there's something on the horizon that's going to call upon you to be responsible, to lead, to give orders, to navigate, to explain, to present to people. You're going to be leading, you're going to be taking a more important role on in your career, in your life around this full moon, or at least gain some recognition for a job that you're already doing. The Emperor is something we see with status, with promotion, or at the very least it's someone in that role who can help you out on your journey, because you have your eye on something here for the future. The Three of Wands comes up whenever there's ships coming in, right? So the ships are coming in not spontaneously, but they're coming in a way that we have expected, but we're not entirely sure always what's coming from the ships, what the quality is going to be. But you, with the Queen of Pentacles here, have been biding your time, waiting to get something off the ground, waiting for something to start up again, waiting for something to take shape. And here it is with the Emperor. Perhaps it's an Aries in your life, a Scorpio in your life, perhaps it's a Libra, a Gemini, a Taurus, a Virgo, or another Capricorn, but you've been waiting for something. For a lot of you, there appears to be love in the cards. Now, when I see the Emperor and the Lovers, I often think there could be a very different status between the two of you. You could be from very different walks of life. You could be very different in age. You could be very different in temperament. One of you could be more masculine, one more feminine. There could be a very polar opposite approach in your love life. For those of you already in a relationship, there's plans being made for the future, but one of you has to take on a more dominant role for whatever reason. Maybe one of you has to take on a leadership role in a relationship. With the Justice card here, maybe there's legal responsibilities that mean you have to take charge. Maybe they have to take charge. But mainly what I'm seeing for you, Capricorn, this month is a need to step up, is a need to be forthright, to be in charge, to take control of your own destiny and say, I'm calling the shots here. Because with that full moon coming up in Libra, you're going to feel you're going to really want to break free from some conditioning, some family karma, some ancestral karma, some family pattern, and you're really going to want to step out to be recognized, to be respected, and to make something happen. When there's a full moon in the 10th, often comes a period of recognition, often comes a period of expansive energy where you feel as though you're being recognized. And with the Emperor, that for sure is happening you. And a lot of the times, Capricorns do associate recognition with love. It is your love language, to be recognized, to be respected, to be appreciated, and to be not admired in a Leo sense, but I would say respected for what you do, what you bring to the table is the most important part. So for a lot of you, if you're looking for love, you may have someone come in from a different country. There could be someone with a different status to you. There could be very, different roles in life. There could be an age difference. There could be a very different career per se. But I do feel with the Lovers and the Emperor, this is something that could be quite solid for many of you. So if you're on the lookout for love, Capricorn, it's coming up in your cards as being something to be mindful of. But it's also telling you that with a full moon in the 10th, be careful that you're not going in and out of relationships that are so controlling. Sometimes the Emperor can be controlling. So make sure that you're not constantly in and out of relationships where there is a control issue, because that could be something for many of you. And with the kindness card here, be kinder to yourself and be more accepting of yourself. And that way you're less susceptible to needing that validation from somebody who can sense it and control you with it. So that's kind of dark, but that is what happens sometimes if you need a lot of validation, if you need a lot of support from the outside world or from other people. Anyone who is manipulative or controlling that can sense your vulnerability in that area can overload you with it and then take it away, and that's a control mechanism. That might be something that some of you have certainly been through in a past relationship, and maybe as you navigate new relationships or you go back into the world, you're trying to figure out how to tell the difference. With the Emperor card here, oftentimes, especially with the Queen of Pentacles actually, is a relationship that moves slowly. But whether it's love or whether it is somebody in your life, a lot of people are appreciating your work ethic. Okay, you're impressing people in senior positions, you're impressing those around you, especially with your communication skills. There's a Libra in the equation here as well with the Balance card. Justice. Underneath we have the Angel of the Ocean and the Two of Pentacles. So all three of these, I don't know if you can actually see, I'll try and put them a little closer. All three of these are about balance. So with the Libra full moon coming up, there's also an element of making sure that your family and home time is balanced with your work and your commitments time, because for some of you there could be an imbalance there. Maybe you're working from home and you're finding it harder to switch off. It certainly feels as though one way to balance this is that if you're having a degree of success, maybe you're getting a promotion, maybe you're getting a new job around that Libra full moon, one of the ways to balance it out is to celebrate it with your family or celebrate it at home. Or if you get a raise, invest some of that money into your home. That's where the balancing is coming in for you. Although the full moon, there is an aspect to Chiron which is still moving through your fourth house of the past of family. So there are some family wounds that get triggered during this transit every now and then. And I can see with the Emperor card and the Lovers, the best way to handle this is with love and compassion for whoever in your family you might be finding a little bit difficult. Or if you want to connect with someone that you're at a discord with, or you want to reconcile with someone, that practice of Ho'oponopono, it's a Hawaiian concept where you're asking them for forgiveness in your mind. And I know a lot of people think, well, I don't feel like I should ask for forgiveness. It's about accepting that each person has a part to play in some degree of discord. It's very rarely one-sided. And the asking for forgiveness in your own heart and saying sorry and saying that you love the person is an act of letting go. So it's not about giving the other person, it's not about giving away your power or anything like that. It's just accepting your part and beginning a healing process of it, because with the Emperor and the Lovers, sometimes there's a need to be humble. We also have the Una card, easy does it, and we have Ishtar, boundaries. So in a family unit, in a family dynamic, or in a relationship dynamic, you may have to learn to say no. And I do think that ties in quite well with the Emperor card. Some of you have to say no to certain people's expectations of you or their demands of you in order to feel good yourself, in order to protect yourself, in order to establish boundaries. Because many of us have a hard time saying no to people, but sometimes saying no to others is what loving yourself is. And the more that you practice that, the better you get at it. With the Una card, maybe you're called Una, maybe you're dealing with someone called Una, there is some degree of divine timing here, leaving something up to fate, going easy. There's also this kind of healing energy with the Dove card flying through this. So there's a need to be very easygoing about something in your life, to not force something you want to happen. I actually see it in link with that Three of Wands energy, where the ships are coming in. You know they're coming in, you just don't know the exact timing of it. So be patient, because something is actually happening. It's not about saying, you know, patience, 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 patience. It's about just trusting the timing and knowing that it's happening when it shall, when it should. So I'm going to do you an animal spirit card, Capricorn. Ooh, oh, my favorite, the otter. I love the otter. Absolutely love the otter. The otter is so playful. So when we see the otter as a spirit animal, it's a sign to be more playful, to have more fun, to be silly in moments. If you're really serious about your career, you may be finding that there's no time to be silly. You might be sacrificing time with your loved ones in order to work because you're just seeing it as a waste of time. But really, with the Easy Does It card and the Otter card and the Lovers card, Capricorn, there's a need to just be playful, to be silly. Not everything has to be organized. And Pisces season for you is a lot of third house energy. It's where we talk about things. It's where we have conversations that aren't necessarily educated. You know, we don't have to talk about all the heavy topics, all the political topics, all the religious topics, the big questions all the time. Sometimes it's fun to just talk about trivial things, to talk about memories, to talk about what we see in the moment, to just sort of banter about things, to have playful, witty banter. That's the third house. To just be sending each other memes or having a laugh. You know, a lot of life is just about learning to have a laugh, and we can forget it and get very bogged down in the seriousness. But your best memories, Capricorn, admit it, are usually where you're having fun. And in order for you to raise your vibration and make headway, you need to be having that fun, that playfulness, especially if you're dealing with a Gemini. Ooh, card just fell on the floor. It's the Temple Path. With the Temple Path, you are indeed towards the end of the month beginning a new journey of some sort. The third chakra. Interesting. So that again is about having fun, being playful and being brave. So you're starting a new journey, or some type of journey is wrapping up for you. It's going to require you to be brave. It's going to require you to be very confident. Something this month requires a lot of confidence for you, Capricorn, and I do feel it's linked to career and your personal career trajectory, your career journey, but also in love, you know, with that third chakra. Having confidence to say no, having confidence to assert a boundary, having confidence to speak your mind, having confidence to say what you need to say, and having confidence that your needs will be met. And if they can't be met, you'll find them elsewhere. You'll find another way to meet them yourself, or through whatever action you take. So I do think for a lot of you, there's a need this month to really step up. There's a need this month to really be confident, to really trust the process, to have fun, to not take these step ups so seriously, but to balance out the fun and the work. Okay, so I'm going to get into your extended. It's linked below. We'll go into the different signs you could be dealing with, the different elements you could be dealing with, get a more in-depth look at the cards and the astrology. So if you wish to join me there, Capricorn, the link is below. Thank you for joining me here, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.